Okay, let's dive right into this. Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're tackling something that honestly frustrates almost everyone, figuring out where on earth your paycheck actually goes. We are officially running a beginner's budget bootcamp. But hey, don't worry, we aren't talking about extreme couponing here or living off instant ramen for the rest of your life. This is just a highly practical, totally non-extreme guide to plugging the hidden leaks in your finances so you can simply keep more of your own hard-earned money. I mean, it's a totally serious question. When was the last time you actually examined your spending patterns with real intensity? Most of us work our 40 hours a week, we get our paycheck, we pay our bills, and then we just sit there wondering why there's absolutely nothing left over for savings or, that vacation we've been dreaming about. It really feels like you're hemorrhaging cash. But the truth is, your money usually doesn't vanish because of massive, irresponsible purchases. It vanishes through systematic, completely invisible leaks that are hiding right under your nose. So, to fix this, we're going to run through a simple 5-step tutorial. Slaying subscription vampires, grocery store planning, negotiating monthly bills, stopping energy waste, and crushing high-interest debt. And the best part? None of this requires any dramatic lifestyle sacrifices. Step 1. Subscription vampires. This first leak completely hides in plain sight, and fixing it provides immediate, measurable results with literally zero downside to your actual lifestyle. Meet the subscription vampire. You know how it goes. You sign up for a free trial of a meditation app or maybe a streaming service just to binge one specific show. The trial ends and boom, you're automatically charged. And these charges are intentionally sneaky. They're usually just $9 here, $15 there, small enough that they don't trigger any alarm bells when you glance at your bank statement. Plus, companies often intentionally mask them under really obscure billing names. That meditation app, it might show up on your statement as Digital Wellness Solutions. Over time, these tiny forgotten charges compound into massive money leaks. All right, so here is your action plan. You kind of need to become a financial detective for a minute. Pull your bank and credit card statements for the last 3 months and identify every single reoccurring charge. Look really closely at those unrecognized billing names. If you haven't used a service in the past month, cancel it and do it right now, today, not next week when you magically have more time. For the services you actually use and want to keep, check if you can downgrade to a basic plan. I mean, do you really need the premium ad-free tier if you only watch it once a month? And this right here brilliantly illustrates why this matters so much. Research shows that the average household is losing over $1,500 annually to these hidden subscriptions. By plugging this single leak, you recover a massive amount of cash, and you aren't giving up anything you actually enjoy. Moving on to step 2, grocery store planning. Did you know the average American household spends over $8,000 a year on food? And a huge chunk of that is just completely unnecessarily wasted. The absolute biggest mistake people make is walking into the grocery store without a strategy, shopping entirely based on whatever they're craving in the moment. This just leads to buying random ingredients, super expensive impulse pre-made meals, and ultimately massive food waste. The game-changing alternative here is shopping the sales cycle. Grocery stores actually rotate their sales in highly predictable patterns. When you align your meals with what is actively on sale, you create coordinated meals with virtually zero waste. So, here's your practical, real-world workflow for the grocery store. First, check the weekly sales flyers on your store's app. You're looking specifically for deep discounts on proteins, produce, and staples. Then, you build your entire meal plan around those specific items. If chicken breast is half price this week, guess what? You're having chicken-based meals. If ground beef is on sale, it's Taco Tuesday. This completely eliminates that expensive, exhausting, I don't know what to cook tonight trap. When you get consistent with this, grocery planning based on sales cycles can easily save a family another $1,500 a year. That is a 20 to 25% reduction in your grocery bill, all without sacrificing food quality or eating less food. You're just buying smarter. All right, step 3, negotiating monthly bills. Look, I know negotiating bills sounds about as fun as a root canal, but treating these prices like they're unchangeable laws of nature is seriously costing you. These companies have built-in wiggle room. The secret weapon here is the retention department. Your internet provider, your phone carrier, your insurance company, they are all absolutely terrified of losing you as a customer because acquiring a new customer costs them way more than just keeping an existing one. Retention specialists have the exclusive power to authorize promotional rates and loyalty discounts that your regular, everyday customer service reps simply cannot offer. So you're going to call them up and you are literally going to read this exact battle-tested script. I found that I can get the same service elsewhere for significantly less money, and I'm wondering what options you have to help me reduce my monthly bill so I can stay with your company. That's it. Stay matter of fact, don't be rude. Just read the script and then stop talking. Wait in silence and let the representative make the first offer. You can often negotiate 40 to 60 bucks off internet bills and maybe 20 to $30 off phone bills every single month. When you tally that up, a simple 15-minute phone call can yield over $1,080 in annual savings. Pretty amazing for a quick chat, right? Next up, step 4, stopping energy waste. Now, please don't roll your eyes at me. This isn't about becoming some extreme eco-warrior who unplugs the fridge. This is really about building a background system in your home that requires zero daily willpower, specifically targeting phantom load. Up to 10% of your total electricity bill is just phantom power. You are literally paying to power devices that are turned off but still plugged into the wall, doing absolutely nothing. We need to shift away from this passive waste to active efficiency, using simple tools to cut costs automatically. These are seriously effortless adjustments. First, just tweak your thermostat by 2 degrees toward the outside temperature. That tiny little shift cuts heating and cooling costs by 10 to 15%, and I promise you, you won't even feel a difference in comfort. Second, use a programmable thermostat to automatically drop the heating or cooling when you're at work or asleep. Third, unplug those unused chargers or use power strips you can just click off. And finally, switch out your old bulbs to LEDs. By making just these few simple tweaks to your home environment, you can save up to $800 a year on utility bills. It's the absolute perfect example of how tiny micro habits create massive macro impacts on your overall budget. And finally, step 5, crushing high-interest debt. Okay, pay attention, because this is honestly the most damaging money leak of them all. While the first 4 steps stopped money from leaking out of your current budget, this is about stopping money from being actively stolen from your future self. The crucial point here is understanding the exponential penalty. The average American household is carrying $9,000 in credit card debt, and credit cards charge loan shark rates. We're talking 15, 20, sometimes 25% annual interest on things you already bought and probably don't even remember buying. This exponentially growing penalty traps you in a cycle that only benefits the credit card companies and actively destroys your ability to build wealth. To fix this, we're going to use what's called the debt avalanche method. Step 1, and this is absolutely vital, you must temporarily stop using credit cards for new purchases. You just can't outbail a leaky boat if you keep pouring new water into it every month. Step 2, list your debts from the highest interest rate down to the lowest. Step 3, pay the minimums on all your accounts. And step 4, take every single extra dollar you have and throw it at the balance with the highest interest rate. Once that one is gone, roll that exact payment into the next highest and just avalanche your way down. Think about this. If you're carrying that average $9,000 balance and only making the minimum payments at 20% interest, you will pay over $4,000 in interest alone over the time it takes to pay it off. That's $4,000 you are just handing straight over to a bank instead of keeping for yourself. All right, let's step back, look at the big picture, and tally up the math here. By slaying those subscriptions, you save $1,500. Grocery planning? Boom, another $1,500. Negotiating your bills puts over $1,000 back in your pocket. Energy efficiency saves $800, and crushing that high-interest debt avoids $4,000 in penalties. The core thesis of this whole explainer is super simple. Highly actionable beginner hacks compound together to save you thousands upon thousands of dollars a year. So, I'm going to leave you with this one question. Which single step will you take today to plug your money leak? Remember, taking messy action right now beats waiting around for the perfect financial plan next month. Pick just one leak, plug it today, and watch your financial turnaround begin. Trust me, your future self is going to thank you.